What's going on? It's been a little while. Let me just flip this on. How does that look? What's going on, guys? It's been a little while. Built different. Awesome. How you doing, guys? Hope you can hear me okay. Hope the sound is all okay. Tell me if the music's too loud and I'll turn it down a bit. What's been going on? It has been a minute. Sounds fine, music's good. Hopefully it's all coming through clear. Same old, same old. Happy Friday, everybody. I'm excited to be back. It's been a little while. You would have seen on the title of the video what we're doing today. Basically buying a PC. So with my own money, we're going to be building a PC in the next live stream, the one that we're buying today. So we're going to go on PCPARTPICKER, we're going to see what sort of deals are around, and we're just going to go ahead and basically build something. You guys can give me your recommendations as well if you want. And yeah, and then in a little while we'll basically, build the computer. So that's what we're doing. If you want to see something that's a little bit trippy, so if you haven't watched the video that I posted last week, this is the setup. So basically if I press this button, we've got one camera up in the corner pointing down at this part of my desk so you can see the current kind of situation. So when I'm building, obviously the keyboard and mouse won't be here. Got a little pegboard with the iPad, but this desk is pretty sick. So yeah, Epamaker, Aula F75, awesome keyboard. The mouse that I use is the Pulsar X2 V2. This is the small one, the mini. And then we've also got another camera. So we've got another camera over here as well, just to give you another angle. So I can show you things here, or I can go back to my stream deck and show you here, or I can go back and just talk to you guys like that. So pretty fancy shit, if you don't mind me saying. And then we've got the wireless mic, which goes back to the receiver, so there's no cable, so I can do stuff and not have to worry about boom mics and all that kind of stuff. So we've got 1, 2, 3 cameras. They're all shooting at 4K. Wait, I've got to check myself. The main one that we're using, this one here, this is the Elgato Facecam Pro. So this does 4K 60, which is what it's currently shooting in, but I think you're seeing it at 1080p 60. I think, if you don't mind me confirming, the quality on your end, guys, should be up to 1080p 60. Yeah, so if you haven't selected it, you can do 1080p 60. And then these cameras, because they're literally just like static or whatever, they're just doing 4K 30, but you're again setting it at 1080p 60. So it's just so they can operate at their absolute best. So pretty cool setup, if you don't mind me saying. I've just got to figure out, I'm not sure if anyone who's watching hasn't subscribed. If you can subscribe, that would be great, because I've got a sub alert, a little pop-up that comes up in OBS, and I haven't been able to verify that it's been working. I've literally been working on OBS yesterday and today. And same, I'm meant to have a chatbot here as well. The chatbot is not working either, obviously, which is a little bit frustrating. And I mean, like, I can try and do one thing really quickly just to see if it works. Yeah, you can test the sub thing, but it might not work because of unknown reasons, to be honest. Like, I thought I did everything properly, but it's just not, it's not happy with something. So maybe the sub one works, but I don't know. Like, if I do a test myself, like this is me just testing it with Streamlabs, like that's how it's meant to pop up. but it's just not doing that. So I don't know what to tell you. Like obviously it's working and it's connecting, but it's just not integrated with YouTube or something. I don't know. And then in terms of like the chatbot, which, you know, like everything's turned on to be working. It's just not. So if we go to chatbot and paste in the thingo, maybe we'll go ahead and refresh it just to sort of make sure. Let me just, you know what, I'm just going to add it one more time just to make sure. Browser, chatbot, let's just chuck this in like that. It'll probably work now. Can someone type something? But yeah, I don't think it's working. Yeah, see, chatbot not working. Very annoying. Have to figure it out for the next stream. Kind of weird. I feel like it's something to do with the account that I'm signed in on. I'm using Streamlabs and it's not the right account or something. So, you missed the last stream. Well, not much has happened because it's been like 7 months since the last stream. Anyway, let's get into it. So, what we're basically going to do is we're going to buy a PC using PCPARTPICKER. So, let me just pin this up in the corner, something like that. So that way we can keep... Alrighty, let's go to PCPARTPICKER. Open this page up. Start your build. Hopefully this works. We'll go full screen. And obviously it's decided not to work. Of course. Maybe it's because I've got this always on top. Maybe that's the reason why. Nah, is it just not playing ball anymore? Seriously. Super annoying. So that's working. Oh, there we go. The old turn it off, turn it back on again. Works every time. Alrighty, so... hopefully we're good. You guys can see what's happening on the screen. Let me make it a little bit bigger. In terms of budget, I was thinking like $1,000 budget for this particular build. I don't know if that's good, but I think like the last time we did a $1,000 PC, it was quite popular. And like, I feel like $1,000 is like a good amount to spend in the Black Friday sales because we can get, you know, we can get some pretty good deals. So let's get into it. What are we thinking? I'm thinking personally, do we start with CPU or do we start with, let's like sort by low by high. This is obviously in Australia for anyone watching. So let's have a look. Let's go down the list. I kind of want to add the filters here and maybe do a Core Ultra build just because it's something a little bit different. So cheapest Core Ultra is $484. Pretty expensive. What do we want to do? Any feedback? You guys want to chime in? I'm all for, if you want to give me your tips, tricks, recommendations. It's been a little while since I looked at PC parts. I mean, I'm always looking, but like, my personal computer is a 13900K with a 4070 Ti. So like, it's pretty good and I haven't had a want to like upgrade it to something more powerful, you know? What are we thinking? So obviously we want to do LGA 1700, LGA 1855, AM5, AM4. That way we're getting rid of all the old stuff. In terms of thread count or core count, we want to do a minimum of 6, maximum of 24, because that's going to get rid of a bunch of stuff as well. So we can do AM4, which is pretty boring. I feel like that's been done. If we can get a 5600X, that would be pretty great. I mean, I can see one here for 169, which is pretty good. XT 209, slightly higher boost. You can go 13th gen for 219. You can go 8500G, so 8th gen or 8000 series. So that's AM5 using DDR5. I mean, we really want to be focusing more on the graphic card anyway, because like we're building a gaming PC. I should have said that at the beginning. But 12th gen with DDR5 does work, definitely. A few other requirements just while I'm scrolling through here is we want to have a motherboard with Wi-Fi, with Bluetooth. I kind of want to do an ITX build. I feel like if we can do a $1,000 ITX build, that would be pretty sick. So let's have a look. Let's just go with the 5600X for now, because I feel like that's a good deal. Like 169, let's click in. So it's at these shops. So it's 169 at PLE, 187 at JW, BPC 188. So 169 is pretty good. If we click on that, it should take us to the page. So yeah, cool. Early Black Friday sales now. I mean, there might be better deals tomorrow, but listen, we're here now, so we got to commit. Tough cases and motherboard crazy dumb. What do you mean? I feel like ITX builds are great. They're really popular. I like ITX personally. Okay, so that's CPU done. Cooler, we'll worry about that in a second. Let's look at motherboards. Oh, really hard to get it at that price? Yeah, I agree. Alrighty, so let's look at motherboards. So mini ITX we want to do. And I also wanted one that had Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So let's scroll back up. So we've got here, maybe it's a little bit bigger. Is that better for you guys? I think that might be a little bit better. So let's do, what's this one? We want to sort by price. Let me just move that out of the way. I've got OBS over the top of this window, so it's kind of a little bit hard to see. One monitor, that's the problem. So this motherboard from here, from Gigabyte, popped up a few times. So this is the Gigabyte A520AC Mini ITX. So 2 DIMM slots, DDR4, obviously 1 PCI expansion, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. We've also got on here a couple USB ports, a couple USB 3. I think it might also have Bluetooth as well, which could be really handy. Because we're going to sell this PC. Once I build it, we're going to sell it. I don't think it'll be a full NVMe. What about this one? ASRock A520. I think this could be a better board. Got a USB-C port on there as well. It's 180 on Amazon. Let's have a look. So we can jump up to the next one, which is 178 to 188, and go to the B550. Again, USB-C, 1 USB 3, three USB 3s. Looks like a pretty solid board. 188. So let's maybe see what else we got here. I don't think there's anything else at this 188 mark. So let's add this board to the list. It's giving us a warning. And I think that warning is stating, yeah, so basically you just need to make sure that the motherboard, this is like the good thing with PC Part Picker, is it gives you that that notification to say like, hey, you might need to update the BIOS in order to use it, in order to use that CPU with the motherboard. So I'm fine with that. That's okay. We can get them to update the motherboard. Now, in terms of memory, normally I would say 16 gig, but I feel like we can probably get 32 gig for the same price. So let's go DDR4, 2 times 16. Let's see how cheap we can get this stuff. Price lowest to highest. So you get 70, sorry, for $76 you can get 32 gigs, which is pretty crazy. If we can get 3600 speed, that would be better. So Corsair Vengeance LPX 32 gigs, 84 bucks. I think that's pretty good. So we've got CPU, motherboard, RAM. What's the total so far? 441 so far is what we're looking at. Okay, so we've got about 600 bucks to get case, power supply, graphic card, SSD. And again, I feel like with the SSD, we might be able to get a 2 terabyte for $1,000 bucks, like total. So let's have a look. Lowest to high. I'm not looking for anything special. Here we go. I saw this drive pop before. The NETAC NVMe drive, PCIe 4, Gen 4 by 4, 2280, 2 terabytes. Let's add it in. So we've got 32 gigs of RAM and a 2 terabyte SSD. Now let's do case, because I know the case that I want to use already. Obviously mini ITX, we want to do something small. It's probably going to be a little bit unbalanced, but let's just see how we go. I really like this Deepcool CH610. I think they're like 64 bucks. I think it's pretty awesome. Like you got mesh on the front, mesh at the back, a window on the side, like mesh everywhere except for the side panel. All pops apart. It's got a little carry handle there as well. For $64, I don't think you can do much better than that. So let's go back and add that case. Otherwise, you're looking at the Core V1, which is a very old case. Power supply, we've got to do SFX. So the normal standard for power supply size is ATX, and then you've got SFXL, and then you've got SFX. And I think there's also another one that I'm missing. There's Flex, that's right. So power supplies, because they're so small, generally there's not as many of them and they're quite expensive. Probably want to get at least 650 watts. So I'm thinking like this Silverstone X50G. It's modular as well, from what I can tell. So fully modular, 159 it's going for. So I think we'll whack that on. And then what do we have? We've got 822. So maybe I was a little bit ambitious. Oh, I've got 2 SSDs in here. Let me cancel one of those. That's my bad. 743. So we've got $269 for a graphic card. So let's see if we can grab a graphic card for that price. Probably not. But let's see what we can do. Alrighty. I'm probably thinking like RX 6600 or something like that. 6400. Ooh, 6500 XT, RX 6600, XFX, Swift 210, 289 for the Asus, 289 for the Gigabyte. That's a 3050. What do you guys think? 3050 or a RX 6600? You think micro ATX? Yeah, I think that could be a good combo. Because then with the power supply, you get a lot more choice and they cost a lot less. Is a 3050 actually any good though? Like, I've not used it before. Not sure. If I want to go ITX, go to the 6600. 3050 would sell better. True. I feel like the 3050 as well, like you're going to be getting a little bit of, like you can use DLSS. You can use, you know, the Adobe apps, you can use NVIDIA Broadcast, you can use NVIDIA Studio, like you've got a lot of like benefits being in the NVIDIA ecosystem. The difference is, I mean, you're looking at 6 gigs of memory versus 8, but then again, like you're gonna be running this at probably 1080p, like maybe 1440p, like it's gonna be a competitive sort of like little esports machine. Like 6 gigs versus 8 gigs, I don't know if that makes a difference that much. Like we can go to 3050 and get it for like 280, like an Inno 3D card, Zotac card, single fan. I mean, we can go Intel and go Intel Arc. I've got an Intel Arc CPU out there, and I mean GPU, and it's good. Clock speeds are hard when you're comparing though between two different architectures. Listen, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add, I think, the Gigabyte Eagle 3050, or I'll take that back. Maybe the MSI. Oh, I mean, it's only $295 versus $289. What's that, $6? Okay, I'm gonna add the Ventus. Alrighty, so what's our total now? 1,038. We're only just over. And we've got a 2TB SSD and 32 gigs of RAM. Maybe we drop the RAM down to 16 instead of 32. Like, I feel like 2 terabytes of storage is actually good because all the games you're gonna download, everything else, like, and on an ITX build, you don't wanna have to take the SSD out after like a year or 6 months to upgrade it to something bigger. So let's drop the RAM from 32, because again, this is going to be used for like 1080p, 1440p stuff maybe. Let's look at memory. Price lowest to highest. Okay, so we want to look at, maybe we can get some faster 16 gig kits rather than 30. Like, look at this, $47. So crazy. I mean, it's 3200 speed, so maybe we'll look at anything above 3200. So 3600, can we go even higher than that? Can we go 4000? 3733, 4000, so Ripjaws for $59. We can do RGB ones for 87. I feel like the Ripjaws are the way to go. But I mean, will people care about it? I don't know. G-Skill Ripjaws, I think $59. Let's add that in. Let's see our price now. 1,013. We're so close. Should we do micro ATX now? I think that's a good idea. Micro ATX and an ATX PSU. Yeah, this is all Australian prices. I'm not going to compromise on the 2 terabyte SSD though. I'm going to keep that. I'll keep the CPU as well. So let's drop off the ITX. I really want to do ITX, and I know I could if I just compromise on the SSD, but let's drop this case off. Let's drop off the power supply. Let's do motherboard ITX. Obviously we want to add, where is it? Wi-Fi, because the ones that will have Wi-Fi also include Bluetooth just by default. It's on the same sort of chipset. So we go down and we'll do M-ATX or micro ATX. Alrighty, so we're looking at a board now, Gigabyte And again, this one's got 4 RAM slots as well. B550, 138 from JW. Let's have a look at this board. So we've got 4 RAM slots, 2 PCI Express, 2 M.2. So just a slight step up, gives us way more in terms of like internal. And then rear I/O, you've got 4 USB 3. Oh, it'd be nice to have a USB-C port. I wonder if there's anything here in terms of filters. M.2, video. Maybe not. Let's just go back up. 138, 139. What's the Pro VDH? I think I've used that board before. Yeah, I've seen that Johnsburg case. Let me see if I can get a board that has USB-C on it. God, PC Part Picker is so good, hey. All USB 3s. The Aorus Elite, that board looks pretty sick. Let's have a look. Amazon. See what their photos are like. See, again, all just USB 3 Type A's. I kind of want to have one with a Type C port. Like, Type C is so common now. I feel like this tough gaming one's going to have it, but it's going to be too much. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, again, it doesn't have it. I mean, we can always put a card in, but like, it's just nice to have. Okay, fuck it. I'm going to go back to this Gigabyte B550 DS3 HAC. We'll add that in. Okay, now we'll look at case to go with it. Micro ATX, Micro ATX, Micro ATX. All right, let's look at price, low to high. Johnsburg, I think you said Johnsburg, right? Fractals are pretty cheap. I mean, it's not very nice looking. We've got to sell this thing as well. It's got to like look somewhat attractive. Deep Cool MA Cube. Johnsburg, is that even in? Montec, I've been seeing this Montec case, but I think it's too big. Like, it's got a triple fan. Cooler Master. Q300 VL, maybe? I don't know. Might be a bit expensive. The Johnsburg's 119. It looks pretty cool though. Let's just add it and see what our total comes to. Okay, so we've got CPU, motherboard, memory, storage, video card, case, power supply. Need a power supply. Okay. Again, like 650 watts is plenty. So MSI, mag, let's just chuck that in. What are we looking at? We're at 926 with a 3050. That's not bad. We can definitely go up to 32 gigs of RAM, or we can upgrade the graphic card. We've got $74 to play with. Oh, the View 170 is a terrible case. It's actually okay, it's just a bit too big. The thing is, if you get a mid-tower with a micro ATX board, it still kind of looks a bit out of whack. No, it's okay. I actually made a mistake. I think I reviewed the 170 TG. TG case. Yeah, I've built in that one before. It's alright, it's pretty good. Squeeze in a 4060. Let's see. So that was $295. So we've got, what? We can go up to like $350. Something like that. Alrighty. Again, lowest to highest. Scroll down. Okay, so we're looking at 6600s. I'm not seeing any 4060s yet. 7600s are there. Oh my god, what's the cheapest 4060? The cheapest 4060 is 400 from PNY or Inno3D. Ugh. I don't really care too much about brands. Like, I know specs are just specs, but like, Asus is just a little bit more trustworthy, been around, well established. Okay, let's look at the 4060. We're at $1,060. If we can shave $60, we can do that. We can shave it by, oh, we could shave it by dropping the case, or we could shave it by dropping the CPU. Like, if we looked at CPUs, like the 5600X, fuck, I went rating, price. Like, 169 for 5600X or 153, like $16 different. Intel CPUs are cheaper right now. Should we look at, okay, let's look at Intel. Oh, it's going to show me compatible. Let's turn off the compatibility filter. Okay, let's have a look. Let's add a few filters here because I'm not getting the right stuff. i7, i5, i3. Okay, so now let's have a look. Like, we could go right down to like a fucking i3 CPU. I don't think that's actually what people want to do though. Like, you can do, like, let me just switch screens for a second. You can do an i3 CPU with a 4060 and you'll be fine. Because like 4 cores, 8 threads, like, you'll still get decent frame rates. And the GPU won't be bottlenecked, I don't think. So, I don't know, let's 12400. What's that going for? Like 130, like 149 for a 13100 gen. 12400 is 155. 199 for 12500. Yeah, it's too expensive. I don't think Intel's that much cheaper. I don't think they're that much cheaper. Like, we could go down to a 5500. It's a different architecture, but it won't matter that much. Oh, random. How you doing, dude? Sorry, man. I changed it to 5:30. I'm sorry, because my partner gets home at about 7:30, and then we're going to go out for dinner after. So if I finish work at 5 and then did nothing for 2 hours basically, and then started streaming when she got home, I mean, that's kind of like bad scheduling. So we just decided to flip it around. So we'll do 5:30 to 7:30. I mean, I know most people probably finish work and then knock off, and then like they don't want to be looking at a computer, but like, what can you do? Totally open to suggestions in terms of like what time we should do the next stream. But anyway, where are we up to? So let's just do the 5500. Let's just add that in. What's the price difference? What are we doing now? We're doing 1010. So a 5500 micro ATX board, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, We've got a kit of RAM, 4000 megahertz. So much faster than, you know, the 3200, 3600. 2 terabytes of NVMe. ASUS RTX 4060. The Johnsbow case, which we can definitely drop down to something cheaper. And then the MSI Mag power supply for 67. So it's 1010. What do you guys think? Is that pretty solid? Like RTX 4060, 2 terabytes, 16 gigs of RAM, is that good? Is the ASUS B550M? I don't think so. I think this is like the cheapest. Like if we go back into like motherboards and like add a board in, and we look at price low to high, and we look at one, because I want one with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, because the thing is I'm buying this PC with my own money, I've then got to sell it as well. So I'm going to sell the PC for what I paid for it. So if I paid 1,000, I'm going to sell it for 1,000. Not making any money. Doing this out of the generosity of my own heart and for content. And because I love building computers, honestly. So yeah, the Gigabyte one's cheapest. MSI is a few dollars more. The ASUS Prime's a few dollars more than that. And like, there's not much difference between any of them. So we're gonna stick with the Gigabyte board. Like obviously we could drop the graphic card down to the RX 6600 and then put the CPU back up to the 5600X. Case, Silverstone PS15. Let's go back to the cases. Let's have a look. Okay, so I think we're spending like 119, so we'd have to shave off that much money. Let's just go back because I changed it to rating. Flying through. Like there's heaps of cases less than 119. But I do like that Johnsbow one, the way it looks pretty awesome. Okay. Like the Fractal Air Pop Mini is in there as well with 2 fans or 3 fans. Lee. Like what else we got? Johnsbow, Be Quiet. ASUS Prime. I mean, we're only shaving $5 off. Like, in order for me to consider dropping down, I want to take off like 20, 30 bucks. But I don't want it to be too big. Like, that's pretty cute, but that's only 10 bucks. The AH200? That's pretty sick. I've never built in that before. Like, little micro ATX built inside of this thing. Let's have a look. What do you guys think of this? 1 second, I just got to reply to my partner. The Lian Li X Dan case. How much are they? Like, do you guys like this, or does it look a bit stupid? Am I just a bit like, am I being sucked in right now? Like for $100, it's a bit of fun. The Thermaltake Ceres comes in green. This looks pretty nice. What do you guys think about that? I think this one fits up to an ATX motherboard though, so like, yeah, it's too big. Way too big. Like, I don't want a giant case for a tiny motherboard. I think they always just look weird. ATX mid-tower. The Cooler Master Cube flat pack. It was a nice case. Do you know what I mean? What about this one, the AP201 from ASUS? There's a couple nice ones here actually. Let me just open up a few tabs. Ooh, this one's pretty cool, 105. See, like the $100 price range, there's so many options and you got to take your time, otherwise you might miss a good one. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream, by the way. I find literally like shopping for parts quite an enjoyable thing. Like sometimes in my lunch break, I'll literally go into a website and I'll just pretend and I'll just add a bunch of things and then I'll just close the window. I don't know if I'm the only one that does that. But you know. It's like window shopping for a car, you know. Doesn't hurt. Oh, there's some weird looking cases on here. Co-Link Observatory. Jesus. Look at that with the black fans with the white case. Terrible. Yeah, that's the thing, you do end up buying it. Well, in this case, I'm going to be spending my own money and actually buying this PC. So, I like this Inwin case. I used to love Inwin cases. I thought they were really well built. So this one's got a couple USB 3 on the front, headphone, microphone jack, quite simple black on black, power supply in the roof, which I'm not a big fan of. Big chunk of glass on the side. Hard drive tray. I mean, what do you guys think? Like, does it show some actual finished, clean exterior, toolless? Like, are there any builds with this case? Like sometimes people, let's have a look at this completed build. So someone built inside this case. This is what someone did. It's like the Lenovo PCs, that's true. Cube 500, maybe next time. I don't know if I like the PSU on the roof. Yeah, it does look like a bit of a Lenovo PC. You're right, I think I'm gonna cancel that. What about this? I know this is just like a black box. Like no RGB, no nothing, completely silent. Completely just stealth. Or do we want to see a one with a window? Like it's fractal as well. This one here from Lee & Lee looks quite nice. Like it's micro ATX. Looks pretty cool. Let's see what this person built. This is how it looked when they finished. They can put a triple rad in the top? That's pretty wild. I don't know. What are you guys thinking about this? Or the ASUS Prime. It's just all mesh. You're going to be vacuuming and cleaning this thing all the time. Window or mesh would just sell better. Yeah, I get you. Like this is this person's PC once it's built. It's kind of just like a black box, except it's a white box. All right, let's keep shopping. Trying to find micro ATX mini tower. With a window. Come on, I'm sure there's going to be something. I think I've built in this one before, and I think it looked pretty good. Or even the Silverstone. So this one here, 3 fans. Not too big. It's got a roof, you can put a rat in it. USBs on the top, which I think people like. It's got little feet to raise it. Or the Silverstone. 2 fans with some little RGB strips. Power supply in the bottom, motherboard in the top. GPU, power supply. Pretty small, like, but not, I don't know. I'm gonna actually go with this Silverstone one. I feel like just having 2 fans, some RGB and a window, not bad. You can see what some other people have done. Like, is it too big still? I don't know. I'll look just for a little bit longer. Let's just add a few filters here. Come on, we can find something. My current PC is a 13900K 4070 Ti. Motherboard Z790 with 32 gigs of 6000 mega transfers RAM. Gen 5 2TB SSD from Crucial. Motherboard, power supplies, 850 watt from XPG, cases XPG, coolers XPG. So yeah. Can you have a shout out? Krish Panchani, mate. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're doing well. The Silverstone one, hey? I think so too. And I've never dealt with Silverstone. So let's go and add this one to the list and see what the price comes in as. All right, let's add that in. Close a few of these tabs because knowing me, Google Chrome will cause the stream to crash. Alrighty, so we've got 5500 motherboard, RAM, 2TB, 4060 case, power supply. Total comes in at 970 with a 4060. AMD Ryzen 5500. I'm just gonna go back in and see if we can get the 5600. I just reckon we can. Where is the 5600? Come on. 169. Oh, we're gonna be just over. 1020. 20 bucks. It's so tempting to just go down to like 1 terabyte, but like, I feel like 2 terabytes is just such a good deal for $79. The cheaper 4060. Was there a cheaper 4060? Let me just close that off. Let me just go down. RTX 4060. Price lost to high. PNY or Inno or Asus? I guess PNY. Alrighty, what are we at? 1043. I don't know if we can get closer than that. Oh, what do we do? Do we find a case that's like $1 less? Or do we just call it? Do we say 43 cents, that's good enough? Like, I don't think we're gonna get anything better. Unless, okay, sorry, I'm gonna do one thing because I didn't realize that was the 5600X. So let's just go to this one more time. Okay, so we can go to the 5600 or we can go to the 5600X. So we're going to a boost core of 4.6 versus 4.2. Oh, sorry, 4.4. Can we compare these? Is that what the tick button does? Compare. Here we go. God, this website's so good. 44 cents. I know. Same architecture, same socket, same core count. Okay, so on the right is the 5600, by the way. Okay, so the base clock is higher, the boost clock is higher by 200 megahertz. Cache is the same, TDP is the same. Cooler comes included. Okay, I think 200 megahertz is not going to kill us. Let's go. Let's leave it. I think, you know what, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. What do you guys think? And the RAM, like, we could drop the RAM down. We could drop the RAM down to like 3600 megahertz, but I feel like we've got the fast CPU with 4000 megahertz RAM. It just sounds good. You know what I mean? So 5600X. Like, pretty crazy specs when you think about it. Motherboard's got Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. Let me just confirm that as well. Let's just confirm this motherboard has that. Wi-Fi, does it have Bluetooth? Does it say it here? On board, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 4.2, wireless AC. It's probably not the best Wi-Fi card, like it's Wi-Fi AC. But it's Wi-Fi, it does a job. 4 USB 3s, 4 USB 2s, gigabit Ethernet, Wi-Fi, HDMI, DVI port. It's fine. It's a gaming PC. You've got two M.2 slots, two M.2s, two PCI expansions. You've got some USB headers, a front USB 3 header, SATA ports. Like, there's not going to be really any RGB on this thing. It's just going to be the two front fans. But I think that's fine. Can that motherboard handle 4000? Good points. Good call out. Good call out. Specification, let's have a look. I'm sure it can. I say that with no knowledge. Support for DDR, yeah, so yeah, we're fine. So when it says OC, don't be too stressed. That's just basically saying you have to get the XMP profile enabled. And as long as the memory supports XMP, which I'm sure it does, we'll be okay. So if like we look up this memory, Gigabyte G-Skill Ripjaws, let's just go to Amazon, have a quick look at the page. So it should say here somewhere. Usually it does on the, I mean, Amazon's pretty weird, to be honest with you. Oh dear, okay, let me just go back to the Gigabyte page. But yeah, normally you just gotta enable XMP and you're fine. Or what's it called on AMD? Isn't it called something different? Is it still called XMP or is it called Expo? XMP support for Intel, but yeah, the equivalent, or whatever AMD is. Yeah, Expo. So it should be fine. If we go to support, you can actually look up the memory support page. I believe there is a memory support one. This is the manual. CPU support. So like you can obviously upgrade it to like a much faster CPU, like a 5800 X3D down the road if you want to do that as well. Support list, here we go. Memory support, updated December 2022. So this memory that we're going to put in it maybe didn't even exist. DOCP, thank you, you are. That's correct. Okay, so if we look at, these are the vendors, so these are the makers, I guess. G-Skill 4000, what's the kit that I've got? So CL18, okay, so if we look at this, it's probably this one right here, from what I can tell. Let me just go onto the MSY website. Fun fact, I used to work at MSY. It was my first ever computer job a long time ago. Okay, so it's 16 GVK. So let's go back to here and type in 16 GVK. So it's got the 3600, the 3400, 3200. So most likely the 4000 kit didn't exist. We should be fine though. Like there are ones up to 4400 that it's supported. So yeah, we should be good. We should be good. And if not, well, I'll just buy some different RAM. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, everyone's got me paranoid now though. For memory kits with XMP enabled, these DOCP, yeah, it's yeah. Yeah. And like 5600X with that was, yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. We'll whack it in, we'll see what happens. Anyway, how do we all feel? 5600X, micro ATX board, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, 4000 megahertz of 16 gigabytes of RAM, G-Skill 2 terabytes, 2 terabytes, guys, NVMe. Like, that's pretty solid. A 4060, Silverstone micro ATX case with 2 fans, and an MSI 650 watt bronze power supply. Pretty good. I mean, you're right. The stock CPU, sorry, the CPU cooler that comes on the box is probably not great. And we could easily add like another CPU cooler for like $30 to get like a tower cooler with like a 120mm fan. But I don't know if it's worth it. The 43 cents does annoy me too, to be honest with you. Like, I'll just go back to the power supplies. Like, I don't really want to cheap out on power supply, to be honest with you, because power supplies, you know, you get a cheap one and you might pay for it later on, do you know what I mean? And like, we've already got a pretty cheap power supply. Yeah, I'm not going to touch the power supply. Case is kind of like the only thing that you can cheap out on, which won't have a huge impact on performance. Do you get what I'm saying? Deep Cool Matrix. Like, I'm just seeing what else is down here. Versa H17, yeah, like Deep Cool MA Cube 110. Like, no fancy RGB. Like, that saves us 20 bucks. One fan at the back. What's it called? The C102. I've never heard of this case. C102 gigabyte. Is this a case? The C102. I think it's too big. Yeah, it's too big. Yeah, it's way too big. Way too big. We don't want a giant case with a tiny motherboard. Just looks weird. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm the only one that's fixated on that. The Silverstone Farah. I see, I like it except for the weird honeycomb mesh thing at the front. It looks stupid. Thermaltake Snow Edition S100. I mean, it's like $4 and it's white. Meh. There's a black version. 65 bucks. I don't know. What's it come with? Tempered glass window with a door. I don't think it comes with any fans, just the rear 120. The case comes with a pre-installed 120 rear exhaust. That's it. And I don't think it's RGB. It might be, but I don't think so. No, I don't think so. The Thermaltake View. $68? Like, we're shaving $1 here. You've got the cool reverse fans on the side. A rear 120. Maybe this is the go. The View 170. Let's add that in. And then we'll drop off. We're at $9.89. So we're $11 under. Oh, how many more times do I click? Now, can we go up to the more expensive 4060? I don't know. Dear, 408. Let's look at 4060. Inno 3D. Let's add that one. What's the difference? Is $20. Did we have $20? I don't think we did. 1009. Yeah, I don't think we did. Okay. Let's see though, with the 4060s, if there's one that has better clock speeds. 2460, 2460. Nah, they're the same. The Inno card is a little bit longer. Do we want to look at the Inno 3D card? 2 fans, heatsink. Doesn't really show you much in terms of like how it looks. Blah, 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 blah. Let's go back. Try a different website. Let's try Amazon, see if they've got different photos. They don't. Let's just go to this and look at the Inno 3D website. Inno 3D looks ugly. More ugly than the PNY card. I think the PNY card was pretty bad. I mean, you're only seeing the bottom of it. Product images. Oh my god, they literally have 3 images, that's about it. PNY Verto. Like, does it have an interesting backplate? Nah, it's pretty standard. Pretty standard. Pretty standard. What do you reckon in terms of looks? PNY or Inno? You guys tell me. Should you upgrade your 3070 to a 4070 Ti? Gonna take the 3070. Yeah, if your dad's gonna... Wait, who's buying the 4070 Ti? Are you buying it? Could I drop to a... Yeah, of course I could drop. But like, that's less performance. If your dad's paying, then... Okay. I'm sorry. But if your dad's paying to upgrade your graphic card, and then he's taking the shitter graphic card, what's the decision here? It seems pretty straightforward. You take the good card, and you say, thank you very much. I'll mow the lawn this weekend. Like, it's a pretty, it's pretty black and white. Christmas? Is it a Christmas present? Like, I don't know. If the NETAC is actually available to buy, I think so. Okay, I'm gonna add the PNY, sorry, the Inno 3D, because I think the Inno 3D looks better, personally. The NETAC, let's have a look where. Yes, it's available at MSY and UMart. Which I think, funny enough, I think UMart bought MSY or MSY bought UMart or something, and they're basically the same company. So just, if you're in Australia and you didn't know that, I think one took over the other. I think MSY was bigger, but UMart had a better website, And so MSY bought UMart for the website and also everything else. Difference between 7600 and 4060. Great question. Let's have a look. 7600 versus 4060 3D Mark score. Let's have a look. Can we find an image? Let's have a look at images. I like using 3D Mark. Okay, so in this particular benchmark, digital trends, so pretty respectable. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me just switch screens. Okay, so both 8 gig, similar TDPs. One's got RDNA 3, different architecture. Oh, this is the TI they're comparing. My bad. Let me sort my shit out. Let me try and find a. You know what? Let's just do the old 7600 versus 4060. Let's just see what pops up. Cool. Let's look at this guy. He's got probably some benchmarks. Shout out to UFD Tech. Pretty good channel. Over 1 million subs. A little bit more than me. Let's look at some benchmarks. Okay. So he's got here Assassin's Creed 1080p, no upscaling. On the 4060, 104. On the 7600, 97. So what's that? Roughly 6%, 7%, something like that. What's some other benchmarks he's got here? This is Horizon Forbidden West. Literally 0.5 better on the 7600. If we look at another game, does he have any other games? What's this one? Fortnite 1080p, 85 versus 83. Once you turn on TSR, you get slightly more, 10 more on Fortnite. Yeah, so like, probably just depends on the game, but there's not much between them. But then the thing is, you get DLSS, you get all this other stuff with the NVIDIA architecture, which I think it kind of works. Tom's hardware GPU comparison? I didn't know there was one. Tom's hardware GPU comparison. The graphic card rankings. Whoa, this is a lot. Okay, so can we make this bigger? Okay. 1080p medium, 4060, 7600 are literally neck and neck. Like they're just here. Like it's really hard to see, but they're neck and neck. There's not much of a difference. So for that reason, I think we're gonna stick with this. And oh, I was gonna say, can we add a cooler? But I don't think for $11 we can add a cooler. Unless we compromise something again. Like, cheapest cooler, $12? Do we do it? Do we whack on this thing? The Ice Edge Mini? BPC Tech. It's only an 80mm fan. Ugh, pretty gross. Not a big fan. No pun intended. God, the fact that you can even buy a fan for even like $12 is crazy. So I'm gonna stick with what we got. And then you know what, whoever I sell this to, if they want to buy a better cooler, they can do that. So now let me buy everything and show you my credit card details. Kidding. Also random, I don't know if you were here before, but this is my current setup. So we've got obviously let me just get my OBS back up so I can see what I'm doing. But this is obviously my center channel. I've got a center camera, so this is the Elgato Facecam Pro 4K 60. Pretty great camera. Obviously the lighting and everything behind me looks kind of nice. What do you guys think? We've also got a left webcam here. We've got the iPad, the Drink, keyboard, mouse. When I'm building a PC, I'm gonna move all this stuff, but this is one camera so you guys can actually see me building everything and putting it all together. And then the other camera on the right side just gives you a different angle again, different perspective, something different. This desk is actually a desk that was sent to me. I did a video on it about this whole setup and how it all goes together with the pegboard, and obviously I've got my drink here and all that kind of stuff. I've got to get a bit of a top up. But yeah, not a bad little situation. And then I've got a little light up here, which you guys, maybe if I do this, I'll just do this because this camera's on it like a little gimbal. So that's basically the situation there. So we've got the monitor, a little Lytra, we've got a little light bar on the back here as well. But yeah, that's kind of the situation. Let me just point this back down here like that. This camera's on like a little motor, so it's like a little gimbal. Sorry, I'm making everybody sick. EK68, is that a keyboard? The mouse is great. I bought this in Japan actually, when I was on holiday. Let's see if this autofocuses. Yeah, look how crisp that is. This is the mini version. I think it weighs like 50 something grams. It's super light. USB-C, feels really nice. Great scroll, great click, just a really stealthy looking mouse. And the battery lasts ages actually. But that's the side profile if I can try and... Yeah, really nice mouse. I don't have a final mouse. This is from Pulsar, and I really like this one. Keyboard, again, I think you guys know this one. Super popular, F75. The video on this keyboard did 100,000 views, or almost has hit 100,000 views, which is pretty crazy. It's plastic, but it's like $100 and just feels and sounds really good and really stocky. But yeah, so that's the setup. That's what we're doing. So I'm gonna buy this PC at the end of the stream and then get it all delivered. Then the next stream will probably be in 2 weeks, unfortunately, which really sucks. Because next week I actually have to fly to Perth, which is WA or Western Australia. So I'm in Sydney. So I've got to fly from Sydney to WA for work next week. And I'll be there for the weekend, catching up with a friend as well, which is going to be awesome. And then I'll be back on like the Tuesday, Wednesday. And by then, everything should have turned up, which means we can do the next stream, hopefully on a Friday night. What do you guys think? Do you guys want to do a Friday night stream, me building the computer? Or like, would a Saturday be better? Would a Sunday be better? Would a weekday be better? Like my partner was saying, like, why not do it Thursday night? Like, why not do it Monday night? Because most people are out and doing stuff, you know? Like, should I do like a Thursday night or something? What do you guys think? Any opinions? Like, I don't know. I've been sort of like, I've been sort of out of the loop for a little bit. And also another question is like, should I keep the stream to YouTube, or should I do Twitch or Kick? I mean, obviously I've got my channel and everyone knows that I'm here, and I've got, not everyone, obviously there's hardly anyone here, but like I haven't streamed in ages. Friday night stream? Okay, Friday night stream. Also, how's the stream been? Has it been smooth, or has there been like little glitches, or has it been fine? And how's the audio? Like, just literally a little Rode Wireless is all I'm using. Because then I don't have to worry about boom arms and shit like that. Friday night? Okay. Audio's good. Is the music too loud, or is it okay? It's okay. Should it go down a little bit? Okay, music's good. Okay, sweet. Sweet! I've just got to figure out the alerts and the, yeah, the chat bot and everything else. Very annoying that I can't, yeah, see that on the OBS, or sorry, see that on the stream. Because otherwise I just gotta like have my iPad down there, you know? Oh, thanks for hitting the little button, that's cute. If anyone knows how to fix like alerts and shit like that, hit me up in, I don't know, Instagram or something, and I can talk to you maybe. You're underrated. Thanks, Random. Appreciate it. If you want to promote me on your socials, feel free. Tell your friends. Oh, here we go. Let me show my screen one more time. I just had a company reach out to me. Should I review this keyboard? I kind of don't want to do reviews of keyboards anymore. Like, I feel like I've just... I don't know. Through this stream, I got 4 subs. Did I hit 11,000? Oh shit. I did. And I didn't get the alert. Holy crap, that's super annoying. It still says on my dashboard that it's 10,994. So maybe people subscribed and left, or maybe it just hasn't updated. I don't know. It says 10,995. That's what it says for me. Fishing people, how you doing? I'm looking to build a PC under 600, 2 terabyte, 32 gigs of RAM. What can I do? Is that 600 US dollars or 600 Australian dollars? Because that's gonna throw things up a little bit. Two terabytes, 32 gigs is probably possible, but you won't have a graphic card. You're gonna have onboard graphics. So if it's purely just for like very, very light graphic stuff, oh, 600 US. What's 600 US? That's easy. We were literally just doing something similar. So that's 922. Oh, actually, I wouldn't say easy. So 600 US, according to this, is 922 Australian dollars. Because the currency's, yeah, gone up and down a little bit. So 600 US is 922. Okay, well, listen. For streaming in 2 monitors, okay, are you streaming games, or are you just streaming like webcam and like very much like indie games or something like that? Definitely possible. I think the PC that we literally just built, which I'll show you in a second, is probably like what you want to be looking at. Music's a banger. It's not even my music. I'm literally just streaming like YouTube, no copyright sounds, 24/7 live radio, copyright-free stream songs. So there you go. Streaming games and webcam maybe, and you know we want that good FPS. Well, what games? What resolution? It's possible. It's possible. GTA, Roblox, Ben, Drive, Combat Master, Fortnite, Farm Simulator, many more. Okay, I would say yes, but you're going to be playing those games at very low quality. So like, if I can share my screen for a second, let me go back to here. So you said 600 USD, which was I think 922 Australian, okay? This PC is $989 Australian. So let me show you what we got. We've got a 5600X CPU, gigabyte motherboard, 16 gigs of RAM, so not 32, a 2TB SSD, a 4060 graphic card, case and power supply. If you were to drop the CPU down, I don't know if you want to write this down, but if you went to a Ryzen 5 5500, okay, so write that down, Ryzen 5 5500, and a RTX 3060, or depending on like your location, you might be able to get a 4060. A CPU, Ryzen 5 5500, that would give you enough budget to go up to 32 gigs of RAM. But like, listen, I'll really quickly, because I'm a nice guy, let me, I don't really want to get rid of this window because I've already got stuff. And if I create a new tab, I feel like I'm going to lose everything. 1 second. So I don't want to do that. One sec. Okay. I'm going to do this real quick. Yeah, Discord I do have. I can drop a link to that in the chat later on maybe. But like, let's just fly through this real quick. This is in US. This is price low to high. I'm just going to do this real quick for you because it is possible. And then you can take a screenshot. Because if you message me on Discord, I probably won't respond. Yeah, lots of people left. That's okay. It's probably dinner time. They've been on here for like an hour or something. Okay, so like, let's have a look here. Price low to high. Let's look at, oh geez, why is it? Oh, Zen 4, my bad. Okay, 5500, I'm just gonna type it in because I know what I'm doing. Motherboard, let's just go for a compatible, cheap motherboard. MSI A520 is fine. You'll have to get the motherboard BIOS updated. If you don't know what that is, just Google it, but you might need to get someone to help you if you don't know how to do it yourself. You wanted 32 gigs of RAM, right? So 32 gigs of RAM. You don't really want fast RAM because, I mean, your focus is on gaming and streaming, so like, you're not doing competitive stuff, you just want something decent. Patriot Viper, $48. Storage, you want a 2TB, so let's just do that. Let's just quickly crank this out real quick. That's why PCPARTPICKER is so good. SSD, so let's do Silicon Power A60, M.2 drive, video card, let's do like low to high again. Since you're streaming, we'll choose NVIDIA because you've got NVENC, which is a pretty handy little encoder. So 3050, 30, let's just look at the cheapest 4060 just for fun. 284, what's our price so far? 570. Case, let's look at cases. $31 for a case. Power supply, let's look at that. We'll have to change that graphic card probably. EVGA 600 watt Thermaltake Smart's pretty good. And then we'll look at the graphic card. So this is 640 and you've got everything you need. So I don't know if you want to like pause on this and I'll just zoom in a little bit. And like some of it you might have to buy from like you've got one thing here from Newegg. Bro, what do you mean make a list and send it to you on Discord? Just like take photos with your phone. I'm doing this for you like right now live. Ryzen 5 5500 motherboard, 32 gigs, 2TB, 4060, case, power supply, $640. Oh, it's just us. Boo. Maybe that's a sign that it's time to go. Maybe that's a sign we need to wrap this up. Hope you got that, because I just closed the window. But just go on PC Part Picker, it's so easy. Just sort low to high. It'll tell you if there's anything that you've added that's incompatible. And yeah. It's pretty easy, honestly. Hey, Stump Nation, what's going on, dude? It's been ages. It's been ages for me. You've probably been streaming and doing stuff. Yeah, I'm ending the stream pretty soon. I was only going to stream until like 7:30. Is that what I said in the stream? What did I say? I said, oh, I scheduled it and I don't know what I said in terms of time. Yeah, 7:30. Because my partner's going to be home pretty soon. It's good to be back though. It's good to be back. I've enjoyed this stream. This has been good. Like, I think I went through a period, like, this is just me being real and just talking to you guys, because there's only like 3 of you here. But I was so close to just quitting YouTube. I was a bit burnt out. What do I do for work? Well, that's kind of part of the story. So my work this year, I took on a challenge. So I'm an IT manager. So before I was just kind of like an IT services lead, which is different, not really management. But now I'm an IT manager. So I look after, soon it will be 3 people. Just at the moment it's 2 people. But when I say I look after, that's just my team. I look after 6 offices, about 160 staff. I report to the executive team. I work at a law firm. That's as much as I'll say about that. But yeah, I was so close to just quitting YouTube because I couldn't do like making PC videos or making YouTube videos, review videos, whatever, and do my full-time job. It was just too much. So anyway, I thought, well, what can I do differently? I will maybe consider like changing the kind of content. And I do enjoy streaming because I get to like talk to people. And I like talking to people. I always get a lot of shit because I can just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. Especially at work and stuff. So anyway, I was like, why don't I just like, and there was a company and they wanted to send me a desk, and I was thinking like, maybe like, I don't know, like doing a desk video, like who's gonna watch that? Like, does anyone care? But then I was like, what if I get the desk and then like mount a whole bunch of stuff? Like I had all these cameras just like sitting in a drawer, like that camera, the pegboard, the monitor, like everything I had was just sitting in a desk, like it wasn't being used. I was like, well, let's just put everything on the desk. And then I can do like a streaming setup where I can build PCs. Because when I looked at YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, I couldn't really see people like building PCs as like a thing, you know? Like there's people playing music, people playing games, people in jacuzzis, but people gambling. Cool, fishing. Thanks, man. Whereabouts are you from, fishing, by the way? Whereabouts in the US? But yeah, I was like, why don't I do a PC building live streaming channel? Because then, for me, it's like I tick 3 things. I get to do something that I enjoy, which is building PCs. I also get to talk to you guys, which is also something that I really enjoy doing. And then I get to go shopping every 2 weeks and buy more parts and build more computers. And then I'll sell the computers. So the plan is I sell them for what I pay. So if I buy it for 1,000, I sell it for 1,000 on Facebook or something like that. I get that money back. I technically haven't made money or lost money. It's all just the same. And then I just build another one, and then another one, and then another one, and then another one. And I just keep doing it. And it's like, maybe I'll become a famous streamer or some shit. I don't know. But that's the plan. Because like doing all the video editing and doing all the different things, it just takes so much time. I think people would buy for $100. Do you mean they would pay another $100 on top? You are still famous, 10K subs. Yeah, semi. Yeah, I mean, what I normally say on the Facebook thing is like, when people like, they ask me questions, I'm like, listen, I just tell them like, hey, I'm a YouTuber, I make them for 1,000, I sell them for 1,000. If you want to give me a tip, you're welcome, but I don't ask for it. Like, it's not expected. And because even though I'd say it's $1,000, I'm still going to pay all the shipping, which is like another 50, 60 bucks. And then I'll have to buy a Windows key, which is another 10, 20 bucks. So the parts are 1,000, but I'm still putting in, I guess technically 60, 70 bucks of my own money. But the thing is, I make money from YouTube with the ad revenue and stuff like that. So it's kind of like, like it's kind of the same. You know what I mean? You live in Raleigh, North Carolina. I don't know where North Carolina is. I know that's bad, like I've heard of it. North Carolina. Ah, okay. It's like kind of sandwiched in the middle between New York and Florida. Like basically exactly in the middle. Do you live on like closer to the water, or do you, oh no, you're in Raleigh, you said, so you're like in the middle. How long does it take you to get from like, is it pronounced Raleigh or Raleigh? I don't know how to pronounce that. How long does it take you to get from there to like the beach? Is it like a couple hours? Yeah, I totally agree with you. Like, it'd be nice if people could give me that, but you know what, like, if I'm helping someone get into the PC, like I've sold PCs a few times on Facebook, like with the whole YouTube thing. And if I help some kid who doesn't have much money get a really sick gaming PC, and he's not getting ripped off by like some computer shop or like a Maya or like a JB Hi-Fi or buying it from Dell, like if I'm helping some kid, you know what, I'm happy. Yeah, how long from the beach? An hour or two? Okay. It's just hard to tell sometimes. Anyway. Do you guys want to hear something else quite funny? And when I say funny, it's not funny. I've actually got a herniated disc. If you know what a herniated disc is. So in my lower spine towards my back, I was at the gym and I was really exercising real hard, and I did something and I fucked something up. And anyway, so what's happening is there's like a nerve, and there's the disc from your spine, and the disc sits in between like the vertebrae, I think, and that disc has popped out, and it's basically pinching the nerve, and the nerve's like kind of curving around it. So it's super fucking painful. So I get like pins and needles in my legs. So like streaming for like I'm standing at the moment, so streaming for like an hour and a half is probably the most I can do. But actually sitting down all day is actually worse. Way worse. Also, something completely random, but I've got a little trampoline. So if I want, I can bounce over here. Look at me. Except I can't read the chat. This is actually my partner's. She uses it for exercise, but I like to use it just for like, if I'm at home and I need to think, or if I'm like, I need to like get some energy out of my body, I might just like bounce around a little bit. But I can't do that too much at the moment because of my back. Hey, Hydro, how you doing? What's going on? Love you. Wow. Love you too, I guess? I don't know. For a worse PC from JB, it's like $500 more. 100%. But yeah, I do love the little trampoline. Actually, you know what I can do with the chat if I want to read it? Because I'm reading the chat on an iPad right now, so I can just like have the iPad here and I can watch myself, except I still get a little bit dizzy trying to read this. It's a little bit, it's a little bit difficult. Anyway, I won't do that because I'm going to get dizzy. Oh shit, that's funny. I'm going to get dizzy and pass out. Barrow, how you doing, Barrow? It's been ages. How are you, dude? I'm good. I'm good. Well, actually, I'm not good. I was just saying to Random that I've got a herniated disc, which is a funny thing to say, but I've got a really painful back. Oh, it's blurred in the background, yeah, because I've got like a filter with like I'm using the NVIDIA broadcast utility to do the sort of the blur. So yeah. Oh, YouTube cancelled my membership. Oh, okay. Don't worry about it. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Anyway, I reckon I'm gonna finish up pretty soon. I didn't even show you guys. Someone wanted me to review a keyboard. Do you guys want to see? Okay. Do you guys want to see the email that I just got about a keyboard? Do you guys care? I lost the 2-year streak, I guess. That's annoying. You'll just have to rebuy. You want to see it? Okay. Let's quickly check this out. Let's throw this out here. Alrighty. You want to see what it's like being a YouTuber? It's kind of like this. Screen share. Let's just go to this tab. Alrighty. Hopefully you guys can see that. Maybe I'll make it a little bit bigger. Let's just spread this out. Okay. Collab invitation. 75% creamy aesthetics mechanical keyboard. Hey there. Hope you're having a fantastic day. This is Zoe from Ewadan. Ewadan? Ewadan? Is that how you say it? Ewadan? I don't know, maybe. A new brand specializing in innovative keyboards and mice. Enjoy watching your YouTube keyboard review videos very much. So I'm reaching out. See, they say that every time. So I'm reaching out to share some exciting news. We've just launched a brand new keyboard, brand new 75% layout, creamy mechanical keyboard with a stunning new aesthetic color scheme and knob. I believe this keyboard would be perfect, a perfect fit for your channel and for your followers. So that's the image, little dial up on the top, kind of similar to the Aula, a little bit of a spacing. Interesting color scheme. I do like the purple to dark purple. If it was white. The attachment below contains information about the keyboard details. Hope this is helpful. This is actually a better email than most of them. Let's have a look at how much it is. Okay, so let's just pin this over here. Hopefully you guys can see that still. Make it a bit bigger. Alrighty. Pink, black, pink, white, blue, white, purple. And there's just a plain white. Okay, so we've got the Kale Cyan C switch, the cream pink switch, and the red switch. Okay, this is actually a pretty good document. Obviously they're wireless as well, triple mode, so you've got wireless 2.4 plus Bluetooth plus cable. You've got here, okay, I'll try and zoom in on this if I can. Let me zoom out like that. Maybe you have to go to the website, 1 second. Let's go to the website. How do we do this? 1 second. Let me just get up a link. We're done. Awaden, I think that's how you say it. Also, can we get a few more likes? I think there's a few more people here now. Can we get a few more likes on the stream? That would make me feel good for a Friday, considering I've got a herniated disc. What games am I playing? Not many. I don't have time. I have been playing. Sorry, I'm just trying to sort out the fucking stream. 1 second, mate. All right. So, yeah, I've been playing. I've been trying to finish Cyberpunk. I only started playing it like 3 weeks ago. Okay, keyboard. How much are they? 94, 130, 117. The one they want to send me is this one, the X75. The blackberry powder, purple. Ooh, there's a little screen on there as well. Ooh, little screen. It's pretty good. Do we want screens? Hot swappable, lithium battery. Not bad. Should I check them out? This could be crazy good. You're right. It could be crazy good. There's a black and yellow. Interesting designs. Like, what was the one they wanted to send me? The GS75. Okay, so this is the GS. So $94. I'm assuming this is US pricing as well. I don't know. What do you guys think? Looks good quality. Okay, so we've got the caps. Metal. Oh, it's a metal body. ABS switch, okay. Lots of pads for sound absorption. I wonder how much it weighs. Let's go down. Does it have specs in terms of weight? Their website's a bit weird. Like, I'm not even zoomed in, and it's massive. Weight. Doesn't say. Doesn't say. Maybe back on that email it said. They don't say how much it weighs, which I know doesn't mean much. But like, sometimes people want to know how much it weighs because it gives them an idea of quality, you know? I don't know if I'll actually like get these keyboards. I might say to them like, send it over, and I might like unbox it on stream and give it away. I don't know. As soon as you start getting into like an email thing, and I get like emails like this every 2 days. You know, it becomes so like, you say, okay, send me the keyboard. Then they're like, okay, if you make one video and one short and one TikTok and 3 social media posts and fucking, you know, take it for a swim, like, there's always these conditions. It's never like, hey, here's the product, have a good day. We want you to make some sort of content, but we don't really care. Like, that's pretty rare. There's always like, here's the keyboard. Now, can you make 25 videos? That would be awesome. And it's like, it's just too much work. Honestly, just too much work. Oh dear. All right, I know it's 7:15. I was gonna go to 7:30, but I'm pretty much done. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I didn't turn on the twinkle lights. Hang on. Doesn't really make a difference. Also, I'm just gonna show everyone this because I don't have anyone else to show. Do the twinkle lights even make a difference? A little bit. A little bit. Just say I'll take on one condition if I can give it away to a viewer. Yeah, maybe. I might hit him up. Okay, you've got me thinking. Since you guys are here and you're so invested, which color should I ask for? Which color? They do look good. Which color, guys? The black purple? The red? I think it's only one of these ones that they're talking about. I think the black purple, because like my color, my brand is like a blue sort of dark purple kind of gradient, and I feel like this is kind of similar. Black purple. Am I in Perth, Australia? No, I'm not. I'm in Sydney. I'll actually be in Perth next week. It's funny that you say that. I'll actually be traveling for work next week. I think black purple. We've got, I think, 2-3 people saying purple. It's a good color for a beanie. I agree. I agree. I like the color. Okay, cool. I'll ask them for the black purple and I'll see what they say. As long as they don't tell me, as long as they don't say, oh, can you make 10 videos? Then I think we'll be sweet. If they just say, hey, we'll send you the video, sorry, we'll send you the keyboard, and then like I'll do an unboxing or something, maybe like on the live stream. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll see what they say. Anyway, what I wanted to show you guys, I bought this in Japan and I was really excited. And this is actually like a genuine thing from a genuine maker. It's not like a knockoff Chinese rip-off thing. But I got this Astro Boy doll. And I don't know if anyone likes Astro Boy or knows Astro Boy. But it's pretty cool quality and I freaking love it. So yeah, this is like one of the proud things that I bought while I was in Japan, apart from the mouse. So Astro Boy for the win. This is also like just another angle. Not too big, but this is like $100. Anyway, I'm just showing off things that I find interesting to me. And next week I'll show you something else. What else do we have up on this shelf? Not too much. A bunch of pop figurines and random stuff. Oh, this is another one. This is the little box that you get when you buy the Intel 13900K CPU. It's just cardboard, but I think it looks sick. And it's got like a little foam thing for where the CPU goes. So, pretty cool. That's actually what a wafer kind of looks like. So yeah, that's that. Anyway, ugh. And it's got like a little stand and stuff. Alrighty, I'm gonna wrap this stream up. Oh, one other question. How do you guys like the layout of the room? Like, should I add more lights? Should I shut this curtain more? Like, what should I do? 5:30 till 7:30? Or 5:30 till 7? Yeah, I think so. 7:30, like, it's a pretty good time to wrap it up. I would turn on this light bulb, but it's like a really bright white color. It doesn't suit the vibe, I think. You don't like the blur? It doesn't feel right. The only reason why I've got a blur is because like my partner, she's got all of her stuff back there, and I don't think she wants it to be like easily seen. Like, to give you an idea of the blur, let me just drag this screen onto the other computer. I can do more blur. That's more blur. That's the minimum. This is the absolute minimum amount of blur. This is no blur. So, I mean, you can't really tell what's going on, I guess. I mean, she's got all of her makeup and stuff. That's the kind of stuff that she doesn't want to, like, show, which is fair. Like, this is a study room, but it's also like the room that she has her makeup and, yeah, just other stuff. So I have to respect what she wants as well. So that's why we've got the blur, which I personally I don't mind. I actually kind of like it. It gives it like DSLR kind of look. You know what I mean? Anyway, cool beans. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Really appreciate it. This is my first stream back in a long time, so to even have a few people hanging around and chatting is a lot of fun. Just to recap for anyone who's just tuning in, this is what we're going to be building. If I can get if I got the screen up, cool. So this is what we're going to be building for $1,000. So, Angeline, how you doing? Good to see you respecting me, of course. This is what we're going to be building for $1,000, and I'll probably be building it in about 2 weeks because I've got to travel for work. Then I'll come back. So the next stream will be in 2 weeks. 2 weeks building the PC. Okay. So we're going to be putting in a 5600X, awesome little gaming CPU, 6 cores, 12 threads, on a B550 motherboard with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. We're going to put in 16 gigs of RAM, which is 4000 megahertz, so nice and fast RAM, because these AM4 CPUs with the 5000 series do like fast RAM. Fast RAM means more FPS. For 59 bucks, it's just a good deal. 2 terabytes of SSD for $79, which is crazy. Graphic card, we've managed to squeeze in an RTX 4060, which is amazing again as well. The case is the Thermaltake View 170 with 2 fans pulling air in and then 1 fan as an exhaust. And then the power supply is a MSI 650 watt power supply for $67. So grand total comes to $989. So under $1,000 to fit in 6 cores, 12 threads, 5600X, 16 gigs of RAM, 2 terabyte, 4060, good case with a window, good power supply. Like, such a good time to be building a PC right now. So for $1,000, we'll be buying this after the stream, so you guys don't see my credit card details and my shipping details and all that kind of stuff. And then when we come back in a couple of weeks, we will build it and then we'll see how it all goes. So yeah. Thanks everyone for the hangouts. Hydro, do you have any tattoos? I know who you are, by the way. No, I don't have any tattoos. And yes, that time you were in Parramatta and you were alone for a day, you got a tattoo, and I was like, well, fuck. It's not my problem. But anyway, that's life. No regrets. Just keep moving forward. Cool beans, guys. Love you all. Love you, Hydro. Miss you, mate. Want to get up to Cairns sometime soon and catch up. Or you come down to Sydney, I don't know. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, everyone. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. Have a good stream. Have a good game. Fuck, whatever you want to do. And I'll see you guys in a couple weeks. So make sure you turn on the alerts, all the bells and shit. And we'll do this in a couple weeks, and I'll build the computer and I'll show you guys how to build a fucking computer. Like a boost. Alrighty, guys. It's been fun. I enjoyed it. Thank you. Bye.